Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today we're going to talk about xTool Studio and some of the cool features that it has for us creators. One thing I really like about xTool is it has so many different options as far as laser engravers go that whether you're a beginner and want a very inexpensive engraver or you're somebody who's been in it a long time and needs something that has high power and able to produce a lot of product, xTool has you covered. And the good thing about it is you can use xTool Studio for any xTool product that you have. And that's one thing that sets it apart from different laser engravers, because you don't have to learn 10 different engraving platforms. You can just learn this one and you should be good to go. Okay, let's get started by creating a new project. When you open up the Projects tab, it looks very similar to just a blank document with a bunch of grid lines on it. This is where we'll house our project. So here in the left sidebar, just like before, we can import images, text, pictures, whatever you want here on the import button. We can add text, do some basic images, but the first thing I want to talk about that I really like on xTool Studio versus xTool Creative Space, which was the older platform, is that there's so many different images to choose from. So pretty much anything you're looking for, you should be able to find. So let's say I want to search for Christmas. Look at all these different images that it allows me to use. And these are all dark images, and they're really easy to use as well. Anytime you're trying to practice, I would recommend using these shapes and elements on the Elements tab, because they are catered from xTool to be perfect for what your needs are. Another thing that's really cool is the Templates tab. So one thing cool about templates is if you're trying to create something, you need to look at the Templates tab first, because it's possible that somebody else has already created it in the past and are gracious enough to post it on xTool Creative Space templates for you to then use. So there's just so many options you can choose from here. You can see on the top Thanksgiving, anniversary, gifts, party, Valentine's Day. There's just so much you can choose from that you're bound to find at least one template that'll work for you. So let's try weddings here. Look at all the different wedding templates that you could engrave for somebody for their wedding. So here, for example, this could probably be a coaster, just a little bit of wall decor, or pretty much anything like that that could be engraved here. You could put it on a cup. You could do anything you want to with it. But here is just an option of something that you can engrave. See, it's already been pre-made for you, so all you have to do is hit open here. Once I hit open, I'm going to add to our current project. So here it's pretty neat because it lets you engrave this stand. It lets you engrave the hearts that you can glue on top of the hearts here on this engraving, and you can change any of this engraving, whether you want to change the names or the dates. So let's say I just change the date. And then I can change the names to whatever I'd want to change them to. And I'd probably want to change this top part as well, but it might take me a few more minutes. But just for the sake of this video, I'm not going to worry about it. So here is just an example of something that you can make. You can update the templates to however you want them so that they fit perfectly for you. Notice how they're here in different canvases, so I'd have to change this canvas as well. But then whenever you engrave them all, you should be able to glue them all together and have a pretty nice project once it's all said and done. Another thing I really like about new xTool Studio is that I can come up here and switch the device. So whatever type of engraver you have, whether it be an F1, a P3, P2, S1, M1, you can then click on it, and that is the engraver that your settings are made to. So I've got an xTool D1 Pro, so I'll click on that one. And so here it gives me the speed and power recommended for that. I can preview it, and that's another new thing on xTool Studio that I really like. So here's kind of an example of what it would look like just on a regular piece of wood. Shows you how it would look cut out. Shows you how the image itself may look. So I may want it darker, I don't know. I would just have to test it and see. But so that's pretty cool. It kind of uses AI there to simulate what it will look like once it's cut out. And that's also using this materials test guide at the top. And using the materials test guide, I can change the type of material that I think it will be. But when you do that, it's also going to change the speed and power needed. Another cool thing that I can do is insert an image. And once you insert that image, if there's a white background on the end of it like this or in the middle, I can remove that background using the edit tool and AI cutout. So it shows you an original and a preview here if you use the AI cutout, but I don't normally like to use the AI versions because it deducts 6 credits and you only have a limited amount without you having to buy more. So I don't normally like to use it, but I can use this manual cutout here, remove the background, and remove the white there on the inside. Click confirm. There we have it, a transparent image. If that would have had a white background, it would have tried to engrave the white background and then engrave the image while it was going. With it now, since it doesn't have a background, it'll just engrave the basketball itself. There's also some other cool AI features here, such as a magic eraser that you can highlight what you want to remove and then remove it. Again, it costs credits, and an AI enhance where it just enhances the image quality of the picture that you've got there. A lot of cool options, but if you're going to use a lot of AI, I would recommend pulling it from a third-party website. You can also use this AI make tool here, and it allows you to enter a prompt. Pretty much the more descriptive you are, the better it'll be, and with that prompt you can create an image. I don't like to use it that much because I could pull it from ChatGPT because it uses those credits, but it's still really cool there if you ever need it because it's more catered to us engravers. Last thing I'll mention here on xTool Studio, and I've tried to make this a quick video, is the main menu button. So pretty much everything here on the main menu can be found here on the top bar, but it's all together here on the main menu. I don't use it much, but if there's ever anything that I can't find here on this top bar, I just come to the main menu and it's usually there. It's pretty much got everything as far as basics go to make your engraving, and that's also where you can save and create new projects. So it's pretty cool there. So that's just an overview of some of the cool things that I think are a part of xTool Studio. I think it's a good upgrade from xTool Creative Space that xTool used to have, but I think that there's a lot that it can improve on too, and I'm sure that they'll do that here in the future by listening to comments from us creators. So if you have anything you'd like to see, please put it down in the comments section below. Also, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to find some more great content. If this video wasn't in depth enough for you, I've got a full xTool Studio tutorial where I talk about everything here, everything that was on that top bar, everything on the right bar, on the home page, pretty much everything that you need to get started on xTool Studio. It's a great platform, but it does take a little bit of time to learn. It's pretty user friendly, but once you just play around with it, it shouldn't be too bad. So again, if you have any questions or comments, just put them down in the comment section, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy engraving.